Okay, it is
We good?
live. Yes.
Cool. Alrighty. So last time, when you were going around, I pretty much just did a quick blurb in with you, showcasing you the Horsemen of the Apocalypse
Mm-hmm.
that are a minion of our, big bad evil guy of the Shattered Plains. And so at this point, we've explained to you the gem system, how you have your 5 tools that you need to upgrade
Mm-hmm.
in order to basically weave the arcane magics, and then you will be able to weave those into people's equipment, and that will essentially give them the powers to stand up against the darkness. So you may meet skilled people, but you are the thing that basically gives them like that anime power boost, right?
Yeah.
So the things that I guess I would want you to just keep in mind is just everything about like what your current game plan would be for the Shattered Plains, as well as the kind of things to explore and the things to do, because obviously you can take this really any type of pacing that you want. You can take it at a heavy pacing where you're doing a lot, and you're kind of missing out on side content, or you can do vice versa. So with that, you do have a stronghold, which is one of your requirements, and you have defeated one zone boss, which is another. You are halfway there on the other requirement. So with the zone boss defeated and a uh, stronghold, you now are kind of at a point of what it is that you would like to do to try to get set up. It is only you and Ronan. Um, Unfortunately, our lovely other protagonist that was with you got. But he is inside of Ronan's whatever the fuck you want to call his blade. And really, at this point, you know that the flag in the most southern region of the map is the the like helpful little thing on the map, or like the
Yeah.
super NPC, right?
Sure.
So you're aware of the super NPC. You know that going there is going to be, probably the next best thing. But the other thing as well is, are you equipped for that? Is that something that you can feasibly do without getting hurt? Uh, Especially now that you are down one person and your means of transportation has pretty much just been this magical carpet that can talk to you from the wizard in the tower.
Um, Out of character, should we wait for stuff to be available before we do that?
So
Because I'm kind of feeling like yeah.
getting
But
there, getting there is a trip in and of itself. So
okay.
in my head, the trip there, because she's not leaving that post, right? Because I gave her who she is. I gave her who her character is, what her arc is, like, what her purpose is, and how, she's going to leverage what she has to get stuff from you, right? So it's going to be a mutual beneficial relationship, as is most side characters, right? They're going to be a tool to get you what you want while you get them what they want, kind of like an exchange. Getting from where you are, which is pretty much the most northern hemisphere, to the most southern part of the map, I would be very surprised if I roll like complete shit and do not hit any random encounters. So I was thinking we get you all the way down there to the flagpole, and then we call it there. And then next session will be you get her, she gives you her spiel, and then y'all move up to the graveyard, fight the graveyard, release the curse.
And that just allows people to come in, right?
Correct.
Um, and then in order to unshatter this plane, I have to defeat the crater boss, right?
Correct.
Okay. Um, so what I was thinking
Mm-hmm.
was going and tackling that beast boss that's right above the crater area. The
The
smaller
small
one?
one.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
And like on our way to
On the way to her.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So pretty much what we're gonna do is once again you have your double movement, so you can move 50 feet a day.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just do your quick things or whatever, and then basically you just tell me when you want to stop. I'm gonna roll for your random encounters,
All right.
um, and then we'll see what's up.
Going across water right now is not really feasible, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And remember, I need to roll because it's such a low, because you're at such a low like notice level. I essentially need to roll a 19 or a 20, um, to give you a random event, unless you go close to strongholds. So, question: I want you to basically you trace out with your arrow, trace out your path that you want to take up to 50 feet per day, and then I'll roll
Sure.
based on the path you
Um,
take. Also, did
I
you
kind of,
want to talk to anybody there or bring anybody with you? There, like I said, there are about 25, 30 able-bodied people. There are some horses that you could technically take. I would say horses are faster than the magic carpet, but you're going to have to carry food. And obviously, one moment you have the horse, the next moment you wake up and the horse is fucking gone, right? Kind of deal. So,
yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with the carpet. Oh, yeah. Okay.
sorry,
All right. All right. All
sorry,
right. All
sorry.
right. The fucking shield dude.
Yes.
Is he available to bring along? And is there anyone else like noteworthy that um could essentially aid in? Because I'm not trying to bring somebody who's just gonna get killed.
Right. Yeah, you're not trying to do like a suicide mission. So, looking at them, obviously there are probably people that are different levels of competent. The way that you would basically go out of that is I would say you montage for 3 days and you basically meet with a bunch of people, and then I will roll in the shadows to see how many noteworthy people you have. Because currently, the only two are Niana and then Reginald von Hosinger the fourth.
Okay.
So if you want to do that, we will do 3 days. I will roll for events into here to see if anything happens at the stronghold and if there's any movement from the north. And then I will also roll to see if there are any other noteworthy people. And then you could potentially luck out and get a couple NPCs. That
Yeah,
is your decision.
I think that's a decent place to start.
Okay. So I'm going to roll for the 3 days. I'm going to take anything that is there. Okay. Let me. Okay. Let me just. I gotta go to the fucking. I gotta get on notoriety and all that. Then I got 2. So. Okay. So, meeting out, and essentially what you do is you hold like a class, right? You get to sparring with a couple people, and you're basically just like, hey, show me what you can do. Show me your skill set, and if like you did anything with my father, blah blah blah, the whole nine. While you are doing this, on your first day, actually, you notice that for a while, just on the horizon, you watch as the one of the horsemen kind of just stand way off to the distance, just looking.
Good.
And maybe you get a peek here and there, and you probably don't try to show yourself because you're well aware that they're trying to like probably find you, right?
Yeah.
So you get a peek out, but like everybody's on high alert, and for the most part, because it's like medieval, and from what you can tell, they don't seem to carry around like siege equipment,
Hmm.
you know just from common sense that it's very easy to defend this when you've got like the barrels of fucking boiling hot oil and like the big ass ballistas and shit like that. So it's like a stronghold is a stronghold. You can't just march up to that shit without having some sort of like powers and just not get absolutely fucked, right?
Sure.
However, it is unnerving that they basically sit out there for what seems to be 5-6 hours just watching you, and then they pack up and go back. And on your first day, while you are sparring, you do come across um, a fellow who has definitely some qualities of a more skilled fighter, but he fights very, very sloppily. And he introduces you. He introduces himself to you as. Let me get this picture here. So he introduces you as his name is Gustav. Gustav Flathammer. And you notice that his hammer is a very finely crafted weapon. And like Reginald, also says that he was one of the ones that was blessed by your father, and you can see the gem slot in his hammer. But you can also see he is like scarred the fuck up. And in fighting him, you probably tone down like not just going ape shit with your powers because you realize that
Sure.
they like
Makes
they
sense.
they yeah, you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
here's the other thing too, people that can't see powers in the like normal world, they can see powers in here. Baseline powers are visible,
Okay.
so there is no like I use big fire and they don't know what the fuck happened, so they can see it. So like you, because of it, like when you aren't using your powers, he actually kind of puts the hands on you. You kind of realize that there were a couple times he like hits into you that like you hearted at the last second to avoid getting absolutely fucking clonked by just this big ass metal hammer.
Yeah.
But dude definitely throws some hands, and so Gustav Longhammer or Flathammer. So he kind of expresses to you that he also was one of your father's like more trustworthy soldiers, and he managed to actually make it out as he was one of the only ones left, and it was basically just by like fate, right? Because he was just among the corpses, and then he thought he died, but he just passed out from blood loss, and then he was able to come back. By either some holy magic or who knows, but he awoke and didn't really know what had happened. And the next thing you know, you're just like, oh, okay. Um, and then the other gentleman, he is not a fighter, but rather he is a what seems to be mage. And in this case, he does not. He also can be gemmed. He can be gemmed on the amulet that runs uh, across his amulet that runs around his neck, and kind of like he comes up, and you don't notice him in the first day. He comes during the second day, and you notice that he offers to fight you, and just kind of like demonstrates some stuff to you, and you kind of just are like, oh, okay, like he's wearing these cloth, he's wearing this, and you go to like swing him, and when your sword makes contact, you watch as it kind of when it like goes through, and it's as if he's made out of this wispy smoke, and then you watch as he kind of like passes through you in on that, and you cough up a little bit, and then eventually once you realize that he seems to have like magical powers that would be akin to having powers in the surface world, you kind of light up your powers, and then you're easily able to defeat him because now you're hitting him with magic instead of physical. But it looks like he has the ability to be intangible, and his name is Khalid, and he does not have a last name. He is a wanderer, and expresses himself. He comes up to you, and the two of them, I assume, do you like try to meet with the two of them separately? Because the rest of them are like fodder 5 through 15, and
Okay.
they hold up their sword and shield, and you just slam into them, and they just fall backwards. Like they're basically there to be a human wall
They're fucking
from the
meat
fucking
shields.
horrors
Yeah.
of the deep,
Fucking meat shields.
essentially.
Nice. Well, at least we found two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I would meet with them separately, yeah, and
Okay.
see what
Which
it's
one do you
all
want to
about.
talk to first?
Let's talk to Khalid first.
And he,
Khalid.
and he goes, "Oh, yes, you are quite the swordsman." He goes, "In my travels, I have seen fine blade wielders, but you are different. The ability to weave the magics, that is impressive even to a wizard like me."
I mean, yeah, I am pretty great. Um, so tell me a little bit about yourself then.
Of course, I am what you would call a wanderer of these parts. I have no recollection or memory of anything before these places, although I do not believe to know of a mother or father. I also have my eye. This eye guides me. It guides me to high sources of magic to which I can study. And you see his right eye it's just wisped, so it is just completely missing. He goes, "I have been doing this for quite some time. However, I decided to settle in this stronghold because of this tome that was held." And he shows it's just another copy of your dad's book.
Oh, that's
But this one is
interesting.
like filled out differently. He like opens it up and shows you, and you can see that it's like it shows like tutorials and blah 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 and like so on and so forth, but it's for like magic. And he
It's
goes,
got a button map on it.
yeah, like it's basically you can see it's almost like a journal for him, as if the book was specifically crafted for him. He goes, "I found this, and when I touched it, the smoke of my pipe grew across the book, creating the pages and dancing also violently, giving me the ability to kind of hone in on my powers." And he goes, "What I showed you was just some basic hand to hand, but I also can make smoke clones, as well as shroud our appearances and our presences."
Well, that's definitely gonna be come in handy for sure.
Yes.
Um,
I am more of a supportive type. My one-to-one combat prowess is a little lackluster as from what you had saw.
well, I mean, not everyone needs to be a frontline fighter, so
Yes, I am glad that you see differently. These other rapscallions want me to don a sword and shield. I just think to myself that that is barbaric for someone of my stature.
well, yeah, I think you're right. I think we need anybody can hold a sword and shield, but not everybody has access to magic and stuff like that. So,
Ah, you are smarter than you look. I can appreciate that.
well, I mean, you know, I understand a little bit about magic, so
Yes, you do wield an interesting ability. Is that all you are capable of doing, though? Is just lighting your sword different colors?
no, no, not
Oh, good, good.
not at all. It, 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 it
You just cut back to fucking Giga blasting the arm off the ice giant. And he goes, "Well, I would be pleased to accept your acquaintance, but I am not one to just rush and get killed."
I mean, that's understandable. And realistically speaking, I'm looking for people that can be an asset either now or later. And do you know of any ways that we can further your abilities to make you more potent?
The book says things about unshattering the plains. I am told that this is done by defeating large creatures somewhere in the lands. I assume that I am simply not strong enough to do so, so I refrain from it. It is a content life, but I do worry that one day the horsemen of the north will come and enact what seems to be their duty of cleansing us from this place. When that happens, I will probably just zip away, though. I am a bit of a coward.
Well, hopefully we either A, don't have to deal with that, or B, can get you to a point where you'll feel comfortable fighting alongside us, because I need as many able-bodied people as possible. I mean, I've only found a couple of people that are worth the shit here.
Yes, the
And
talent pool is quite small. The healer girl is a talented healer for sure, and Gustav and Reginald are definitely strong warriors of a normal person's caliber. But the armies that are led by that horseman group, I fear, would tear through us in a matter of seconds.
well, yeah, that's probably true, and I'm not trying to fight that anytime soon, if we can avoid it.
Of
Um,
course.
so to give you a little bit of an idea, um, I have friends in a different realm than this one,
Oh, oh.
and they are going to help us accomplish what we need to here. But I have to make it so that they can actually reach us. And the way I do that is I have to kill one of those big bad idiots up in the graveyard, like vastly to.
Graveyard. How
Yeah,
do you know of all of this?
well, I have a similar book to you,
I see.
so
Do you show him?
sure.
He goes, ah, yes, same binding and everything. He goes, do you know the author?
Do I? Is it my father that authored the book?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
then yes, yeah, I do. It's
Ah,
actually my father, and that's
oh,
kind of the
really?
whole reason I'm here. So,
Then perhaps it was a sign of fate for you and I to meet, as if some benevolent god in the skies deemed it.
sure. I mean, yeah. If you knew the things I did, you know there's not a fucking god. But what? That don't matter. You can believe whatever the fuck you want. Um, um. So I'm gonna be making a journey down south. I've already dealt with the being on the bridge, big ass ice dude. So that path is
Yes, I
clear for
heard.
us.
Very well.
If you want, well, I mean, I would like you to come. If you want to come with us and act as a supporting role to us, like we could use the help. And then in return, you said that book has like locations of like magic stuff, right? That you
Correct.
are interested in, I'm assuming.
I am very interested. Yes. Knowledge is power, after all.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, the more knowledge we got, the better off we'll be. So, but yeah, so the whole idea is, I gotta go kill some big bag, probably skeleton or something. But right now, it's just myself and Ronan, and I'm just gonna gesture over at Ronan.
Ronan will just be napping.
Okay.
Like he's like slumped up or whatever, holding his sword. The stereotypical napping or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Yeah, but right now we're the only two like capable fighters here that have some access to magic, or what you know is magic.
I see.
And so
So
we kind of need.
Ronan is also a capable person.
Yes,
But
he's.
why did you only come with one other ally?
Well, that's kind of a long story, and
I
well,
see.
I technically came with two. The other
Ah,
one's
my apologies. I
dead.
did not mean to press on your past struggles.
I mean, I'll be
I,
honest, I don't even know him.
ah, is that typical? You just meet people and then they die shortly after meeting
No,
you?
I mean that. No, but it's just kind of what happened this time. All right.
I see. I see. Yes. Yes.
I will
Well,
say he's the first person I've lost. Period. All right.
I
And
see.
and I've been in plenty of fights. So, um, if you were to come with me, me and Ronan are gonna do our best to protect you. And since we're both kind of like frontline fighters, any kind of assistance that you could give from the back would be helpful. And if you say fucking no, that's fine too. But you're not gonna find what you want to find, um, unless you go out there and try to find it. I can
Very
guarantee
well.
you, any place that has this magic that you've been talking about is probably gonna have something that wants to kill you.
I see. Well, if you drive a hard bargain, I will accept, but until I have fully analyzed your combat abilities, just know that I will not hesitate to run to save my skin. I would expect the same for you.
Well, I'm not really in the business of running away.
Good.
But
All the more distance I can make. And he
sure.
starts packing up his things.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean,
So he's game, and you could tell that that was kind of a lighthearted comment.
okay, all
Um,
right, yeah. It's like,
Not a
I was
hey,
like,
I'm gonna ditch you.
might shoot
He's
you in the back.
he, yeah, he's fucking with you.
Might go
Um,
Commissar Yarrick on this fucking dude. And no retreat and shoot him in the
um,
back
so yeah,
to boost morale. um. Well, all right. I mean, we're looking to leave here in the next couple of days.
yes,
Once we know
I
that
will be
the
prepared.
horsemen are not around. 'Cause
Of course, of course.
as much as you don't want to fight them, I fucking don't either. So
Oh, well, I'm glad that you have a good head on your shoulders.
yeah.
Okay.
God damn, I'm bringing my fucking motorcycle next time I come here.
So,
Well, except
you will have
I won't have fucking get. Go ahead, man.
gas. And he just kind of like looks at you and he just goes, yes, gas. And okay. Up next is Gustav.
Yep.
All right. So you go up to Gustav and you can see he's just going, "Ugh, ugh," and he's just kind of like fucking beating in and just, flattening areas down for expansion and just training.
Gustav, was it?
Yes.
Hey, you look like you got a lot of power behind those swings. At least from
I
what I
thought,
felt. So,
well,
have
you
you?
see, there is a technique to be able to swing hammer, but
Is it called
it is,
have a lot of muscle?
yes,
Okay, yeah,
train,
I'm familiar with that. Yeah.
train, swing. Train more. Swing more.
Have you ever thought about like getting some formal training with that? Can you
Well,
imagine the amount of damage you could fucking do?
the formal training was fighting the beasts of the darkness and watching my comrades be torn limb from limb, their screams echoing in my nightmares.
Well, we don't have to talk about that, you know.
And
Like,
you can see he is stone cold, like deadpan, showcases zero signs of emotion.
well, just keep in mind, you know, my father was one of those fucking dudes. So, let's tone it down just a smidge,
Your
all right?
father was a brave man and a wonderful leader. I had wished that I had died on that battlefield with him, instead of sullying the name of the Flathammer clan.
Well, boy, do I have a proposal for you then.
Yes. Would you
Ye-
like me to kill myself in front of you to
no,
avenge
no,
the...
no, no, no.
And you see he pulls out like a fucking Bowie knife, and you just go, "Yo, yeah, hey yo, hey yo."
So, you know, you might still be able to die, but you can die for a good cause, all right? And I'm not saying that you have to die. I'm just saying it's a possibility because, as you know as well as I do, what the fuck. Actually, you know better than I do what these armies are capable of because I haven't fucking come in contact with them yet. So, anyway, long story short, all right, you served my father, and you're
Yes.
disappointed that you didn't die with him. Now,
It is shameful.
yes, maybe, but it's a worthless death. You being alive now can assist me in achieving the same goal that my father did
I see.
or
So you
tried
are
to.
taking up the mantle.
I mean, I don't have much of a choice. Not that I don't want to save the people of this land, but I'll be honest, I wasn't really prepared for it when I got here. I didn't know what to expect. So, but it's all kind of coming in place now.
Most people prepared for greatness never expect to achieve it.
Well, let's hope you're right.
But
But
yes, this proposition, I assume we will head out and fight some creature.
yeah, so I have to go meet up with somebody, but they're like 300, 400 miles fucking south of us right now. So we've
We
got a
will have to
long.
get past the bridge guardian.
The Bridge Guardian's dead. I already killed him.
I see. We will have to get past the bridge in general.
Well, yeah, I feel like if you just, as long as you don't fall off, you know, you'll probably be fine. Um, and if you die that way, then that's kind of sad, you know.
I agree.
So fucking don't. Um, yeah, I already
Very
lost
well.
one guy killing him, so
Yes. Well, I hope that I am of a stronger caliber. But yes, if we are going to do that, we should head out. Will it just be the two of us?
no, it's gonna be myself, you, Khalid, that mage-looking dude.
Ah, yes, the smoke mage. He is
Yes.
nothing but party tricks. A
Well,
true man can wield the hammer.
yeah, I mean, everyone serves their purpose, all right? And I'm sure we can make use of his parlor tricks, you know. So,
I will wait to be a judge with my own eyes.
and
But if it is
that's
your
fine.
intuition,
That's
I will
fine.
follow you.
I'm no stranger to magic, and I know what it can do. So, I think given the right motivation, he could be an asset to us.
I see.
And then our last member, well, maybe our last member is Ronan over there. Point to the sleeping dude. Um, and he is quite capable.
He
So
looks so feeble.
yeah, where he lacks brute strength, he makes up for with dexterity and his ability to move.
I see.
He makes, yeah. It's all about how deep he can cut, you know? And it don't take a ton of muscle to do that. So,
I agree. The sword it is a mysterious weapon. But okay, well, when will we head out?
I'm thinking probably tomorrow. I got a couple more people I need to talk to, and hopefully we can bolster our group. But the more we take along, the less chance we got of losing people. So,
Of course, I agree. Well, I will be ready when you give the word.
all right. Yeah, I'll be in touch.
Okay. Who
All
else
right.
would you like to talk to?
Oh, I'm thinking the healer girl, but I would be really disappointed if I got her killed.
100%. Because heal. Okay, so hear me out. Healing characters that can genuinely do good healing are critically rare in this game, and they will be. There will be a lot of characters that can shield and do temporary healing, but this bitch healed you, healed you.
hmm
So she is, in my personal opinion, her and Dr. Owie are two of the most important NPCs in the game. Strictly because of their abilities.
Well, all right then. So we're definitely bringing her then.
So she could die.
Yeah.
If you want to talk to her.
I do want to talk to her for sure. I don't know
She
if
also may not go. I need to
Yeah,
actually roll and see that.
I also don't know if I really want to bring her with me because of the fact that she might die.
Okay.
But
Well,
she's also one of the characters that I'm most interested in souping up. So
100%. Okay.
yeah, let's talk
So
to
you
her.
approach her and she's taking care of, maybe like a little kid or whatever who fell and like scraped his knee. And it's like one of the younger ones or whatever. And you can watch as she's putting on some medicinal herbs and stuff. And then you watch as
Her name's Niana.
Niana, yeah.
Okay. Hey, Niana. Is it N-A-Y-A-N-A?
Neyana.
Niana?
Yep. Niana.
Okay. Niana, you got a moment to talk after you finish with him?
Of course. And it's like she finishes up and she goes, run along now. And she goes, what is it, Jeremiah?
Um, how often would you say that your abilities to heal here are really like come in handy? Like, are you doing it like constantly, pretty much?
For a lot of the elderly, I soothe many of their pain before they enter the afterlife. So, yes, I would say I am well needed. I also can protect us against the foreborn diseases that ravage these places.
Yeah, that's
I am
understandable.
from an ancient clan that was born and shaped here, but in the visions of the Old One. However, our clan rebelled as we believed in harnessing our magics for life and love rather than death and destruction. As such, my healing potencies and intelligence around those things are off the charts in comparison to any type of offensive capability that I carry.
Yeah, well,
I am proficient in a bow, and I can do a couple things like this. And you watch as she shoots an arrow, and there's like vines on it, and when it hits, you watch as the vines like sprawl out. So she's got some like CC and can stick people with arrows. So not completely useless, but like if you were on a 1 to 5, she's like a fucking 5 in support and like a .5 into offense.
yeah, I mean, I have no desire of using her in offensive manner.
100%.
Well, so look, I'm kind of gonna cut to the chase here. And I don't really know how I feel about it yet, but so me and a couple of the other guys here are gonna be making an expedition south. All right, and the reason we're doing this is because I've got friends on another plane, and we're gonna need their help.
I see. And
Um,
I assume you wish for me to join you.
see, that's kind of where I'm torn.
So if you want to try to get her to join you, she will not unless you convince her. So you do need to make a convince check
It's a
if you
good
would like
thing
to.
I am very good at that.
Correct. But we need to.
Um,
You need a great success.
which will be a dynamite success, which means she'll like auto fail. So,
So, but continue.
um, yeah. So as much as I want you to come along, I think you're incredibly, incredibly valuable. Um, with your abilities, and I'm not certain taking you away from this place is the smartest plan.
I
At the
will
same
say
time,
that
like you have your own input. I'm not trying to force you to do anything you don't want to do.
I have done
Obviously,
my fair share of travels. However, from the north, around these areas is actually where I'm from. I was taken in uh, as my traveling group that I was traveling with before were taken by the Deacons of the Red at the stronghold just southeast of here.
Deacons of the Deep. No. um. Wait. So how much you know about them?
I don't know much, but I managed to escape from their clutches
Okay.
and
So
meet up.
you had to escape.
Yes, I can do this as well. And you watch as she morphs into a chipmunk.
All right. That's. Is that all you can like? Only thing you can morph into, or is it just like that's
She
just what
morphs
you
back and she
choose?
goes into creatures that I have seen and that I have killed. So I have this, and then I have. She morphs into a frog. She morphs into a small, like, wolf. And then she morphs into a bird.
All right. Do you have any goals with that power? Like, are you trying to?
Honestly, it's mainly just working on my healing and healing prowesses. This ability allows me to just kind of get out of trouble when I need to,
Yeah. I mean, that's
and that can be
pretty
very
important.
valuable.
Yeah.
But where I guess I was going with this is I would be more comfortable if I could stay within the walls. However, it seems as if you are gathering up some of our stronger, capable members. Um, Obviously, if all of you were to get hurt, that could be a huge blow to the stronghold.
Yeah, and see, that's kind of what I'm trying to think long term here. Um, my initial goal right now is I need to get my friends in here because the
Right.
faster that happens, the safer everyone here is because we can rid this plane, at least this one, of its issues.
I see.
Like I'm strong, but all of us together are fucking something else. So as reluctant as I am to pull you away from this place, I think your abilities are very useful and very helpful for what we're about to do. And realistically speaking, I don't know how much longer this stronghold's going to last in its
Well,
current state. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to,
I do agree. I
being
do
a
agree with
doomsayer
you.
here, but
I do agree with you, but I, just out of preference, if in case the stronghold were to fall, I would want to fall with the people that took me in when I was wounded, rather than never see them again. If that makes sense.
and what about all the other people on this plane? Do
Well,
you want to save them too, even though you don't know them, or it's
it
only
is.
you'd just
It
rather
is.
die with the people that brought you in instead of living and
Unfortunately, it is a
helping?
little selfish of me, but the last people that I was with that said they would be able to do something died horribly in front of me. So I apologize that I'm at a
Does
disposition where
she
I.
does she know my father?
No, she
Okay,
does not.
so this is not what she's talking about.
No. And she expresses that she was with a capable group, and she watched each one of them basically get mentally broken and broken down to the core. So you can tell that she's very like apprehensive of like that is why she is a healer. She will prolong life as long as she can, um, and you are definitely a little more wrong than right in terms of the stronghold. You realize that even if they were to assault the walls, like they need a battering ram. They need something to fucking get through here.
I
The
mean,
issue
I
is like
can't
as soon as they
imagine.
have that,
I can't imagine that one of the four horsemen doesn't have a way to break down a door.
correct. So that's the other thing too is you don't know their abilities, you don't know how powerful they actually are, just that they have these armies. So while I say that like you are a little more wrong than right, this is just based off of the things that you have observed.
Yeah,
But
the current.
obviously, in the back of your mind, you're like, "Well, it ain't gonna last forever if I don't get on it, right?" Because that's how the game works.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
But
Um.
she's very apprehensive, and like you're aware that like looks are jack shit because you come from a reality where normal Joe Schmo has the ability to fucking shoot fireballs, right? So
Yeah. Hmm. I need to think for a second
okay,
to decide
think I'm
among
gonna
amongst
use
myself. So.
no, I'm gonna use the bathroom really quick.
All right.
Okay, I'm back. You still thinking?
Um.
It's okay if you are. You take it.
Unfortunately, I
Take your
think I
time.
have made my decision,
Okay.
and I don't know how right of a decision it is.
Go for the convince if you would like to hear.
Yeah, and that's what I
Okay.
think I'm gonna do. Oh, unlucky. I don't understand how that works. That the way that reads.
So basically, what would happen is she's gonna take the the level 3 status, and she's not gonna come.
Okay.
But if you come back and you go again, she's gonna be like, "Well, they already went, so maybe it will be safe. Maybe I will return." Because she's apprehensive for a multitude of reasons. So she's gonna eat that level 3 status,
Okay.
but she's not gonna come with you.
All right. Yeah. That.
Or what would have happened was she comes with you and then kind of like Khalid would bail and just flip into a fucking bird and just zip the fuck out of there, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Because like really the only people that are incredibly loyal to you because of your father's lineage are Reginald and Gustav. Some of the like normal soldiers, it's basically like they aren't like they weren't a part of your dad's squad or whatever or anything
Okay.
like that. They are, hey, we have a sword and board and we're led by Reginald, who like talks about this. There for a long time, probably some of them still are just kind of like in awe that Reginald wasn't bullshitting, because Reginald was the when I fought in the great clamoring of the plains and all that shit, right? And these guys are just like, listen, I sword and board in case I need to defend against like the horsemen, but in reality, you mop through them because this group of people is very much a 15-second wet sponge between fucking annihilation.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's a lot of work to be done, but it's a stronghold that can be fortified and strengthened and so on, all that.
Can't
So
can't wait to get back here and it's fucking been ransacked.
we'll see.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say I need to roll extremely well in order for anything bad to happen there for now.
Hmm.
But as it gets worse and worse, like that's the thing that I was kind of explaining. This is out of character. I was kind of explaining to Sean, because Sean was like, "Oh, I kind of want like this to happen to my character," and I was like, Careful what we're wishing for, because like
You got
if
it,
some
friend. You're dead.
because, like, if something bad happens to your character, like, it's because the dice willed it, and I'm not gonna pull the punch.
Hmm.
I was like, so, everybody's dancing around. I'm like, I am not afraid to axe off any fucking NPC in this campaign or any person in
Yeah.
this campaign.
Yeah.
If it happens. If it happens, it happens. You know what I mean? That's why I'm doing so many dice rolls and I'll post proof. I guess I should technically.
You don't need to post proof to me.
Okay.
I got faith, man.
All right. Yeah. Well, if I get a nat 100 on a D100, I am posting proof because that's
Sure.
fucking god tier.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So with this,
yeah.
you have your group of Gustav, Khalid, Ronan, and yourself.
Yeah.
Now, the four of you can fit on the carpet, or you can take horses. Horses will give you, instead of 50 feet on the map, it'll give you 75. But you will have to rest.
Yeah, I'm not too keen on that. I think horses are more of a liability.
Correct.
So.
Besides, 4 was your max though, so technically, if you actually brought her, she would have to like. I guess she could perch on your shoulder or hide because of her.
Make her walk.
That'd be fucked up.
Oh yeah, that'd be funny as hell. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think like that crack of dawn. Like I kind of want to leave this place under the cover of darkness. Like at least initially. Because if the horsemen are watching it during the day or whatever, I don't know. Like I don't particularly want them to necessarily know that I've left.
Okay. Well, they may not even know you're there.
That's true.
Like, so you don't really know. There's been nothing that really gave anything away.
Yeah, I guess we'll just leave at dawn then.
Okay. So you leave first thing at dawn, and then like I said, just like if you don't care, we'll just do path of fucking least resistance, and
I'm going to swing within sight distance of this citadel or whatever it's called, stronghold.
Okay.
Just to
take a peek.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead and investigate.
All right.
Okay. I will give you 1 picture.
Okay.
You see this standing perched up on the top.
Okay. Just one?
Just one.
All right.
You see, he kind of faces the direction of the rising sun, so he doesn't really pay mind to you or seem to notice you.
Does he move at all, or is he kind of just like a statue almost?
How long do you sit to watch?
It would probably only be like a couple of minutes.
He does not move.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Then we will continue on. Just when you get a little bit of an idea. I don't know how much I just moved.
So you moved...
I just moved like 6 or 7 squares to the right.
20. So you would have technically ended here.
Okay.
Then I will roll for any random events. Nope. Your day is good.
All right, let's freaking keep going, man. Woo! I'm gonna pretty much head straight for um the bridge and making like a slight detour around the fucking stronghold just to make sure that we're not.
So 30 and then 20. I'll put you here. So you won't incur any bonus rolls from cutting through the stronghold. I'll roll for your second day. You're good?
Alright, let's keep going.
20. Then across the bridge. Day 3. Now I need to roll for an overall world event. You're good. Need to roll for your daily events. You're good.
Oh, baby.
I'm rolling like shit.
Yep, let's fucking keep going.
All right, which pathway do you want to go? Left or right?
We're gonna go right.
Right? Okay.
Pretty much staying up.
You want to
against
hug the mountain?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
Not too keen on fighting the fucking world boss.
We'll see what happens. Okay. Yep. So you will hit a random event.
You're dead.
Okay. So while you are there, you hear, you're like riding on the carpet and you just hear a, ah, help me, somebody help me.
How far away does this seem?
Within like a couple 100 feet. Like definitely it does not sound like sound is traveling to get to you, but rather that like you can faintly hear the yell.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
and
potential ally or I'm dead.
Could be a potential ally.
Whatever.
Could be.
Let's go investigate then.
Okay. So you get closer and you just hear you hear, help me! Please help me!
This is a fucking doppelganger.
You
approach by a mimic chest.
And what you see is you see a person who is completely flayed of all of their flesh, and it looks like they're just being held up with something inserted into their back, and you watch as the thing from the back wiggles and it goes, help me, please help me. And you watch as I need you to make a face danger as this slinks down and goes for a fucking pierce through your chest.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So this thing just kind of like skates off your fucking rock body, and immediately Gustav is just gonna just bat that shit away from you, and he goes, "Oh, dear Lord."
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that thing is, but that
and
dude
you watch
is
as it does it.
dead.
Two more skitter down, and you hear the sound of a woman and the sound of another man. And it goes, "Help me, please!" And you just hear, "Help, somebody!" And you watch as the things retract out of the backs of these husks, and you watch as they kind of just deflate and fall down onto the ground. So what you see what they're doing is their tail will expand out from their chest, and it'll basically pump the body open like a balloon, and then it'll just wail out like vocal cord stuff. And then those slink back into his arms, and they are ambush predators. You are completely surrounded. And Khalid goes, I kind of regret being the good Samaritan and helping them.
Yeah, well, you know.
And you're going to watch as he just just fucking puts up the smoke, and you can see clear into it, but you watch as the three things kind of just start to fucking like they get in like this defensive position. And this is what kind of freaks you out is normally animals and creatures, they, think of like you're hunting a fucking unsuspecting deer, right? You just shoot it. It doesn't know that you're there. It doesn't sense a threat, right? Unless you're a shitty hunter. These things seem to be in like a defensive position, almost crouched, ready to like jump out of the way to dodge an attack. And they kind of just are watching.
All right. Well,
and he goes, should we just try to escape, or they seem to just be observing us? And Gustav goes, give me the word, and I will charge at them.
I don't know if that's necessarily the thing we need to do. We don't have to fight this, so...
And Ronan goes, he's right. With this fog, it seems that they are being cautious. We could perhaps go out the back and simply make a run for it. Although it did seem pretty fast. And they do look, albeit hungry.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they'll follow us out of the fog if that's what we do, but... How many are there? You said 3?
There's 3. And Ronan goes, if we split our forces, Jeremiah with 1, Gustav with the other, and myself with 1, with Khalid backing us up, perhaps we could get the jump on them.
I mean, yeah, we can try it. I think that's not a terrible idea. I think these things are going to follow us regardless, so I think we take this opportunity to eliminate as much as we can.
Well, then you give the word, and I will bull rush the one in the center.
Alright, just don't do anything fucking stupid. Don't get yourself killed, there's no point of it. So, with that, I'm gonna shoot the next closest one.
Okay. Go ahead and do that. And you can add a +1, because you are camouflaged. Now, with your shot, you watch as that disperses the fucking mist because you just fucking plasma cannon, but you manage to shoot off one of its arms, and it just goes. Gustav will sprint out and indeed start fucking slapping up on one of them, and Ronan is actually going to use one of his abilities. You watch as he kind of like unbandages the blade, and you watch as these dark, shadowy hands start grabbing on it and like sinking it in, and he's gonna start going toe to toe with that one. So what would you like to do next? Also, which 2 did you pick?
I'm gonna get more of them and get them good.
Okay. So I do need you to make a face danger as you watch as his mouth opens up and it shoots this fucking bullet of acid by the looks of it.
Nice cock. No pluses anymore, right?
Well, it is a face danger, so you pick what you think works, and then I tell you if it does.
Oh no, I mean from the fog.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Easy.
Self-reliant, insane grip, and inhuman strength will not work, but that is still a 12.
Which is still a dynamite.
Still a dynamite success.
I want to reflect, if I can, if it's a thing that is reflectable.
Sure, I could say you bounce it up back at him and hit him with it. That will kill that one.
Idiot.
What would you like to do next?
I'm gonna go help fucking what's his name? The
Gustav?
Yeah, the non-power dude.
Okay. Yeah, he's having a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, I'm not trying to have him die. So, fucking let's fucking pipe this fucking dude.
Okay.
Hey, way. All right.
Boom.
We'll get it.
You'll cave its head in, and as you're doing that, Ronan dispatches the 3rd one.
All right. All right. I think we get out of here, boys.
Agreed.
I don't want to.
And you guys load up on the carpet and then this time with 50 you can actually get right up on it.
All right.
So let me see if there's a random event for going there. And then I need to roll to see a world event. No world event, so you're good. And then for the random events. All right.
I'm dead.
No. So as you're approaching it, um, as you're approaching, you do not necessarily recognize what could be the creature of choice until all of a sudden you just hear a and then 5 seconds crashing down into the ground. And you see as you come face to face with this.
Oh fuck.
Except there's not one, there's not two, there are four. What would you like to do?
Oh, and I am. They see us, right?
Oh, yeah, they are well aware of you.
Yeah. Then. Yeah. Well, boys, we're in for another one. All right.
I, I must say, the last things that made the sacks of flesh scream help are almost a little more appeasing to the eyes than whatever the fuck is in front of us.
Yeah, I tend to fucking agree.
I need you to make a face danger as that tongue stretches out about 200 something feet and goes to just rip you off the fucking carpet. You actually watch as one of them gets Gustav, and you just hear him go, "Oh shit!" And he just gets ripped in. Okay, so you have passed the face danger. You can now make a change the game to see if you can save Gustav.
All right. Nice.
Nice. So you will actually grab, like Gustav reaches out his hand, and you have this thing where your fingers kind of just touch. You lurch forward, dodging the tongue coming in onto you, grabbing his hand and ripping it out of him. And he goes, "Oh dear lord!" He goes, "They're fucking attacking from far." And you watch both Ronan and Khalid manage to dodge their respective attacks. What would you like to do?
Yeah. Well, then we need to get to them quick. Um. So I'm gonna ask Gustav if he's ready to fucking go.
I guess I am. I mean, holy shit.
Well, let me tell you, you're about to go there real fucking quick.
Well, fuck, there's four of them, and Ronan just immediately gets off the carpet and starts dashing over to one of them, and he goes, "I'll be all right."
Khalid, protect yourself, all right?
Oh, right behind you,
Oh
and you
boy.
just watch as he floods with about 10, 15 smoke ghosts or smoke like clones, and they're going to just start sprinting in all the directions to act as like a distraction.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Um, and I am going to. I want to propel Gustav and myself directly at them.
Which ones? So they are all relatively spread apart.
Um, I guess we would go to the one of the ones on the outside. So let's just say the left
So
outside
Ronan is
one.
the one facing the far left.
Okay.
So there's center left, center right, far right.
So we'll I'll send us both at the far right one.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just ignite us and fucking launch us
Okay.
at them.
Go ahead and make a change the game. As you ignite your body with the fire to basically rocket propel all the way towards the one in the far right, making up the distance of a couple hundred feet in what seems to be the blink of an eye. Which one would you like? Which one would you pick? Create a story tag, burn a power tag, or give or reduce a status. I also need you to make a face danger.
Um, give or reduce a status. So
So giving a status is
giving something a +1.
basically you get 3 juice, right? Um, so you could slam into them for 3, basically doing damage.
But could I use it as like a protective thing on Gustav?
Sure, give me 2 face dangers.
All right. God, I wish I could set up like quick binds for this.
So you watch as the tongue goes up and tries to lash down, slamming into your back. However, you harden immensely and it just bounces off of. I need you to go ahead and make that second face danger as you are going to take a plagued 3 as the corpse sticking out of its large mouth is basically going to just this fucking black dust right into your face, and you just start immediately choking on it.
Excellent.
What would you like to do? Gustav, however, protected from this, rolls off your back and slams this fucking thing's head in with the hammer, and you watch as it just dents a huge portion of it. That man got some fucking momentum from that projectile thing.
All
And he
right.
goes, "Are you all right, Jeremiah?"
I'll be a fine. I think.
As he gets up and he goes to fucking overhead smack and boom, slams into the side of him. What would you like to do? Okay, hit with all you've got. You can choose one.
I am going to I'm gonna get the one that we're both at. Get him good.
Get
Hopefully.
him good. I
Yeah.
need you to make a face danger.
Okay. I got too many fucking cards, man. Um. Okay.
Okay, and with the perfect face danger on that, the tongue comes back around to hit off of you. You will take no damage and bounce off of it. And
The,
as he does it,
so say
uh,
that's a dynamite. I just forgot to click the
all
tab.
good, all good. Do you want to reflect it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you just grab his tongue and just rip until you rip out his tongue and all of his fucking entrails, and the thing's just gonna like the corpse thing is just gonna be dead as you just ripped that all out. And you watch all inside, like all of his guts are just this extremely pitch black, and there's polyps and fucking like these mites that are all doing it. And you notice I need you to add another bar to your plagued status as you puke up a little bit, and you can see these worms and maggots just crawling in your black putrid
Fuck
vomit.
yes.
He goes, "Oh, jeez, Jeremiah, the other one is coming." And you watch as the tongue just once again rips into fucking Gustav, and you watch as it just tears a chunk out of his shoulder.
All right, bud. We got to deal with this one.
This one's tongue is different. And you watch as this one is extremely serrated, and rather than being for wrapping, it seems as if some of them were for wrapping the target and the other one was for impaling straight through its chest.
So one of them is dead.
Correct.
Okay, good. All right. I
So
wasn't
now
sure
you
if
have
they were like.
center, you have center right, center left, and far left as far as you can tell. You
And
cannot see center left and far left.
this is center right that attacked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. God damn it! I had an idea what I wanted to do, and now I've forgotten what it was. Oh, I'm gonna try to heal the plagued. Um, can self-reliant be used with my accelerated regen? I can't remember.
The accelerated regeneration does not work against this plague.
Okay, excellent. That's what I like to hear. Um, then we are going to attack, I think.
Okay.
Um, and this one. Yeah, we're gonna going with the pipe again
Okay.
on this one.
So you close the distance. Let's see what you get.
All right.
Okay. What two would you like?
Let's get them good and yeah, superior position on this one.
Okay. Need you to add a block onto the plate
Dude, I'm fucking dead.
as you slam into the side of his thing with its pipe. Gustav trailing behind you, going around the other side and slamming into it with its warhammer. You notice that this one seems to be a little more brittle, brittler than the other one, as if it was not. It's more of a long range nuker rather than the other one, which definitely seemed to be a little more beefy. What would you like to do?
We're going to keep attacking.
Okay.
And yeah, let's try to cut this thing in half.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, you'll slice right down through it.
Excellent.
And as you do that, you just look to the
God damn it.
you just look over to the left, and what you see is this dark black like blob, and it just has a bunch of mouths, hands, and eyes, and you watch as it is just tearing this other one. And so Sig, these things are fucking huge, by the way. They're like the size of a tank. So these are like giant boys.
Okay.
And you just
something
look over
else
to
is
your
killing
right.
them.
Yeah, and something else is tearing it limb from limb, and the thing is like going as it's just fucking like, and you watch as it's like screaming and screaming and screaming. And you watch as a bunch of hands just clasp around its head and squeeze until pop, and then you see Ronan come up to the side of it, and you watch as he slaps throws the bandage towards it, and you watch as the bandage just wraps it up, and then you watch as it just fucking do until it wraps around the blade, and he just kind of looks over at you, which obviously you and Gustav just noticed that whole thing, and he goes, "I got mine."
Wait, that was yours?
Yeah, I'm gonna need a nap. And you see, you watch as you just look down and you see he's just bleeding profusely from his chest. And he just falls forward.
I'm gonna puke up some more maggots and then.
Yeah, you'll puke up some more maggots, and
Am I adding status?
yes, you are.
Okay, I'm at 4.
Okay, do you rush over to Ronan?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you do, and you look and see that the barbed tail got him pretty good. You see that the barb is stabbed directly into his center abdomen.
Is it like a through and through, or is it?
No, it is not a through and through. It is definitely lodged into him. You see that he cut the tongue off at the source, so it is still there. Khalid pulls up on the carpet and he goes, this is, I do know a bit of surgery. I can attempt to do this on Ronan, but I believe, and congratulations, that was the zone boss.
Okay.
It's a good job.
All right.
He goes,
die from the plague, so it won't matter.
He goes, so, Jeremiah, are you okay?
I don't fucking know, dude. I'm gonna like ignite my body and see if I can like burn away the plague.
There you go.
And
give yourself inspiration.
Oh, fuck.
So, you can use a change the game with self-reliant and elemental body to burn away the plague.
All right. Can I amplify it too?
If you would like.
Okay. Well, I just wasn't sure if you were limiting me just to.
I'll allow you to amplify it. Yeah, that's fine. So this is gonna give you a fever though.
It's better than fucking dying.
100%. Completely fucking agree. Completely.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so you will burn away the level 3, bring it down to a level 1.
It was level 4.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that changes anything you're saying, but
no. You'll burn away the plague, but then I need you to replace it with a level 3 fever. And then You watch as Khalid, using some intricate tools, manages to stitch up Ronan's chest, but he is passed the fuck
Is he
out.
still bleeding?
No.
Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna cauterize the wound just to make sure.
Okay.
Not like the internals,
Go
but
ahead and change the. Go ahead
like
and
seal
change
it
the game.
off. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You can go ahead and change the game on that.
Oh, I imagine I can use the same three, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
God, I'm good.
So you will cauterize his wound, um, and you guys will get on the carpet, and you will make it to the flag. At which you will see this large cabin, and this is where we will introduce Steph's character and continue from there. So that will be it
Yeah. Do we want
for
to do the introduction when she's playing?
yes.
Okay.
This is where we will stop. You will
Okay.
do the introduction, role play, and then travel up to the graveyard boss and graveyard boss with stuff.
Can we potentially montage and like downtime it here?
Yes.
Okay. I imagine
It
this like
she
canonically it would be after we meet her, but
yes.
okay. Should we? Can we just do it now and then?
You want to do the role play of it?
No, 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 no. I mean, just
You
the
just want to roll it out?
no, the montage, literally just to clear the statuses and rest
Oh
up,
yeah,
and
absolutely.
that
Yes,
that's
yes,
that's
yes,
what I
yes.
mean. Not
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah, not do any of the
Yes.
role play because I want her to be doing it.
Yes, I was gonna say we're not gonna do any more. We're not gonna do any role play. We're not gonna progress any farther. I'm not gonna give you any pictures or hints. Um, However, you do
I want
notice
to see
that
what the house looks like.
the crater boss is open. You can now attack the crater boss. Getting on the outskirts, you see a very similar color of the blackish, purplish, mossy plague that was inside the corpses of those creatures.
So I know that. Um, oh, before we left,
Yep.
the fucking bosses, I would have like searched around to see if there was like because I know we've gotten stuff from the other boss.
Yeah, you would have searched. You do. You get a green gem out of one of them.
I put it in my butt. Uh, way up there. Okay, cool.
And
Yeah.
actually, go ahead and roll an investigation.
Oh, good.
Let's see if I give you a bonus one.
I don't got shit for this.
Who knows? Maybe you'll roll really well.
Yeah, I don't. I never do that.
You also get a smoky black gem.
I also put that in my butt. My God. Okay. Let me review the mechanic of this again.
Okay.
I need 5 gems to power up the gear.
Correct.
And then any subsequent gems after that, I
Can be
can.
used to enhance people for powers based
Okay.
on where the gem comes from.
Are the gems interchangeable on the gear
No.
if I find
Once
one later I wanted to use instead? So
no.
no. Okay. That's a good
Once
thing
you
to know.
once you use a gem, it is lost. And gems 100% are unique. Meaning if you
Yeah.
choose to use this black smoky gem, you will never know the power of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I already have a party member that probably would benefit from it. So,
So it is all about. I will say that the gems are based on the powers will always be based on the abilities of what you saw from the creature. You just don't know to what scale, effect, and you should think about synergy. There are gems that will not match to people,
yeah.
but it will change their overarching flavor. So if you gave, say, you fought a more magical based monster and you gave that to Gustav, Gustav would become more magical. But if you give him something that's more brute forcey, he will become even more brute forcey, right? So it's like, yes, you can make Gustav magical, but he'd be like a B tier melee and a C tier mage
Yeah.
versus being an A tier melee,
Yeah.
right?
I understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good shit, man.
Hell
Good
yeah.
shit. I was a little worried that you were gonna fucking miss and get pierced through the heart and then be double fucked.
Well, we have a way around that one, but
Fair enough. Fair enough.
can't do it very often. So yeah, I imagine stop holding back would be a thing I could do in that moment.
Correct.
So I've always got that trump card, but
Correct.
it
Correct.
can't save
But
me very often.
yes, I mean it's literally at the point where both Sean and Chance have to now choose to lose a power if they want to stop holding back.
Yeah, I've already been thinking about like if I do lose one, what is it going to be and what power am I going to
Yep.
get? And I guess between you and me, I'm probably going to lose the Lady Killer one
Yep.
and pick up something to do with gravity.
So here is my only thing that I will tell people is when you're losing, and this is to avoid power gaming the fuck out of it. Also, we are done, so you can end the stream
Okay.
if you want, and then Matthias, you can